Next chapter is a computer memory. We all have a memory that helps us in remembering things. When we learn something that's saved in our memory, same way computer has also a memory to store the data. Next, computer memory. First of all, a computer works on an IPO cycle. IPO means input, process and output. First we give an input, then process something and then we receive an output. Input the data, row, data, comment given to computer. Computer process the data. Processed data is called information or output. Input devices used to input the data, same as a process devices like a CPU for processing the data. Same way output devices give us a output. But do you know that where the data stored? So computer data stored in its storage devices. So computer memory stored in a storage devices. A memory is just like a human brain. It is used to store data and instructions. Computer memory is the storage space in the computer where the data is to be processed and instructions required for processing are stored. The memory is divided into a large number of small parts called cells. Each location or cell has a unique addresses. A computer uses its memory to store information. Memory devices are also called storage devices. So computer memory devices are also called as storage devices. A computer stores information in the form of binary digits. We know that the binary digits receives only 0 and 1. There are called a binary digits or bits. A combination of 8 bits make 1 byte. Computers store information in only a binary form which has a 0 and 1. Memory unit is the amount of data that can be stored in the storage unit. This storage capacity is expressed in terms of bytes. The following table explains the main memory storage units. There are some main memory storage units. First is a bit, which is known as a binary digit. A binary digit is a logical 0 and 1 representing a passive or an active state of component in electrical circuit. So basically bit represent a 0 or 1, which is a binary digits. Second is a nibble. A group of 4 bits is called as a nibble. Group of 4 bits is called as a nibble. Byte. A group of 8 bits is called as a byte. A byte is the smallest unit which can represent a data item or a character. Next is a word. A computer word like a byte is a group of fixed numbers of its bits processed as a unit which varies from computer to computer but is fixed for each computer. A computer stores the information in the form of computer words. Basically, bit is a 0 or 1 binary digit, nibble is the combination of 4 bits, byte is the combination of 8 bits. Next, the following table lists some higher storage units. There are the memory storage units. First is a 1 bit, a single digit, either a 1 or 0. It indicates a binary digit. It's called a 1 bit. Next is a 8 bits. We know that 8 bits is the combination of 1 byte. Combination of 8 bits making a 1 byte. Combination of ones or zeros. Next is a kilobyte. We have a storage capacity like 5 KB, 100 KB, etc. Same as a kilobyte, KB is the unit, storage unit. 1 KB is equal to 1024 bytes. Remembering that 1 KB is equal to 1024 bytes, same as megabytes, MB. 1 MB is equal to 1024 KB. Next is a gigabyte. 1 GB is equal to 1024 MB. Next is a terabyte, which is indicated as a TB. 1 TB is equal to 1024 GB. Next, petabyte, PB. 1 PB is equal to 1024 TB. So smallest digits for storage units is 1 bit. Next is 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes and petabytes. Memory is preliminary of 3 types. Memory indicate a 3 type. First is a preliminary memory. It has a RAM or a ROM, random access memory and a read only memory. Next is a cache memory. Third is a secondary memory, which indicates a hard disk, pen drive, CD, DVD. Same as a preliminary memory is an internal memory and secondary memory is a external memory. First is a cache memory. Cache memory is a very high speed semiconductor memory which can speed up the CPU. It acts as a buffer between the CPU and the main memory. So, VU acts as the buffer between the CPU and the main memory. Then cache memory is act as between CPU and main memory. It is used to hold those parts of data and program which are most frequently used by the CPU. It holds those parts of data or program which are most frequently used by the CPU. The parts of data and programs are transferred from the disk to cache memory by the operating system OS, from where the CPU can access them. Simply, cache memory is stored the most frequently data by the CPU. Next is a primary memory or a main memory. Primary memory holds only those data and instruction on which the computer is currently working. A data in which computer are currently working are stored on a primary memory or a main memory. It has a limited capacity and data is lost when the power is switched off. When a power is switched off, the memory loses its data. It is generally made up of semiconductor device. These memories are not as fast as registers. The data and instruction required to be processed reside in the main memory. Next, primary memory has also parts. First is a random access memory, which is known as a RAM or read-only memory, means ROM. Random access memory has also two parts. First is a DRAM or second is a SRAM. Dynamic RAM or a static RAM. Next, read-only memory has also two parts, PROM or EEPROM. Programmable read-only memory. PROM indicate programmable read-only memory. EEPROM represent erasable programmable read-only memory. Here, EEPROM has also two parts, EEPROM or UVPROM. EEPROM indicates electrical erasable programmable read-only memory, or UV EEPROM means ultraviolet erasable programmable read-only memory. So basically, primary memory has two parts, random access memory or read-only memory. Next is a random access memory. RAM stands for random access memory. It is a temporary memory. It stores the input, instruction and output but loses all the information when the computer is turned off. Lost of power, it loses data. Now, what does it mean? Take an example. Suppose you are working on MS Point and drawing something, suddenly your laptop is turned off because you are low battery, right? And you have not saved your drawing. When you charging your laptop and you again open your computer and open your MS Point, then you see that the drawing is not there. Means your drawing being saved temporarily in your RAM, and when computer turned off, RAM clear its old memory. This is what RAM does. It saved the data temporarily. Means loses all the information when the computer is turned off. RAM is the fastest memory available and hence most expensive. These two factors implied that RAM is available in a very small quantities of up to 1 GB. 1 GB means 1 gigabytes. Now, random access memory has also two parts. First is a DRAM or second is a SRAM. DRAM stands for dynamic RAM. Each memory cell in a DRAM is made up of one transistor and one capacitor which stored 1 bit of data. However, this cell starts losing its charge and hence data stored in a less than thousands of seconds. So it needs to be refreshed 1000 times a second. It needs to be refreshed 1000 times a second, which takes up processor time. So second is a SRAM, which indicates static RAM. Each cell in a SRAM is made up of flip-flop that stores 1 bit. It retains its bit till the power supply is on and doesn't need to be refreshed like a DRAM. We know that DRAM has refreshed 1000 times a second, which take a processor time so long, but SRAM has no refreshment It also has a shorter read-write cycle as compared to DRAM. SRAM is used in specialized applications. Next, read-only memory means ROM. ROM stands for read-only memory. As the name suggests, ROM can only be read by the processor. New data cannot be written into a ROM. ROM stands for only read-only memory. New data cannot be written into a ROM. For example, can you change the process of shutting down the computer? Can you change the process of shutting down your computer? No, you cannot change the process of shutting down your computer or starting your computer, because these instructions are saved in a ROM, means read-only memory. All the instructions for booting computer are stored in the ROM, or it cannot be changed after it is a saved. It is a permanent memory, but the information once saved cannot be changed. It stores the instruction for the computer to start. There are two types of ROM available. First is a programmable read-only memory, which indicates a PROM. PROM can be programmed using a special hardware devices called PROM programmer or PROM burner. Next is the EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. We know that there are two parts, EEPROM or UBPROM. EPROM can be erased and then programmed using a special electrical signals or ultraviolet rays. EPROM that can be erased using a UV rays are called UV-EPROM, and those that can be erased using a electrical signals are called EEPROM. However, handling electrical signal is easier and safer than UV rays. Next is a secondary memory. If we need to store a large amount of data or programs permanently, we need a cheaper and permanent memory. Large amount of data to be stored, so we require a secondary memory. Such memory is called a secondary memory. Here we will discuss secondary memory devices that can be used to store a large amount of data, audio, video and multimedia files. For storing a large amount of data like audio, videos, movies, your games, so for that we require a secondary memory. Now, characteristics of secondary memory. There are some characteristics of secondary memory which distinguish it from primary memory. First, it is non-volatile. Primary memory is a volatile because when your computer is turned off, you loses all your data which is still saved on your computer. But secondary memory is not volatile. It retains the data when power is switched off. Its large capacity is to the turn to terabytes. It is cheaper as compared to primary memory. Depending on whether secondary memory device is a part of CPU or not, there are two types of secondary memory, fixed and removable. Fixed means hard disk, internal hard disk, or removable like your pen drive. Now, secondary memory has two parts. First is the fixed devices and second is the removable devices. First, in a fixed devices, hard disk drive. Next, CD, DVD drives, or in a removable disk, pen drives, Blu-ray disc, data cards. Now, first is a hard disk drive. Hard disk drive is a fixed inside the CPU box. You all know that the hard disk for storing a data, large amount of data up to 16 terabytes. While working in a program, the CPU uses a RAM for processing. When we save the file, it is copied from RAM to the hard disk. We can also save it in any other secondary devices like your pen drive. Hard disks are two of types. First is an internal hard disk and second is an external hard disk. A hard disk which fits inside the CPU box is simply known as an internal hard disk, or external hard disk means outside it hard disk which we store or which we insert in our computer. Storage capacity of hard disk drive is 1 TB to 16 TB, up to 1 TB to 16 TB. Next is a pen drive. Pen drive is a portable memory device that uses a solid state memory rather than magnetic fields or laser to record data. We all uses a pen drives to store a data, transferring a data, copy of data. It uses a technology similar to RAM, except that it is a non-volatile. It is also called USB drive, key drive or a flash memory. Pen drive is also called as a USB drive, key drive or a flash memory or a flash drive. Storage capacity of pen drive up to 1 TB. Next is a data card. A data card is also a portable storage device. See, data card is like a pen drive. And sometimes saying data card is also known as a pen drive. Sometimes it is also known as a smart card. It is commonly used in cameras, MP3 players, tablets and mobile phones, etc. In your mobile phone there is a memory card or a data card available for storing your data, right? Storage capacity up to 1 TB. Data card storage capacity is up to 1 TB. Next is a CD, DVD and BD. Okay, first CD. CD indicate a compact disc. Next DVD, digital versatile disc, and BD means Blu-ray disc. CD, it can be stored data permanently, it can be carried easily, storage capacity up to 700 MB. They are portable as you can eject the drive, remove the CD and carry it with you. So it's a portable compact disc. We all uses the CD. Next is a DVD, digital versatile disc. It can be stored data permanently, can be carried easily because it's volatile. Remove the DVD and carry it with you, same in a CD way. Next, storage capacity of DVD is up to 4.7 GB to 17 GB. DVD stands for digital video display. DVDs are optical devices that can store 15 times the data held by the CDs. So the capacity compared to CD is very high in a DVD. They are usually used to store a rich multimedia files that need high storage capacities. DVDs also come in 3 varieties: read-only, recordable and rewritable. Next is a BD means Blu-ray disc. It can be stored data permanently, same in a CD or DVD. It can be carried easily. Storage capacity, there are 2 types of Blu-ray disc. First is a single side disc or second is a double side disc. Storage capacity up to 25 GB and storage capacity of double side disc up to 50 GB. Blu-ray disc is an optical storage media used to store a high definition video and other multimedia file. Mostly Blu-ray disc is used for a high definition video, to store a high definition video. There are the image for CD, DVD and Blu-ray disc.